To the highest of highs and lowest of lows. The Patriots last night defeated the Buffalo Bills, and it felt like you were on top of the world. But then we got the news that we were not hoping for. And Antonio Gibson suffered a torn ACL in last night's game and will miss the rest of the season. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and that was just what we were not looking forward to. We were hoping for the best, but after that hit that we saw in the kick return and the tears in Antonio Gibson's eyes while he was actually walking off the field, we got the news that we were not looking forward to. Comes from me in Rapoport. Antonio Gibson quickly ruled out Sunday night, tore his ACL, and is out for the season after an MRI that he's had this morning and a hit to the running back depth. And it is a big, big hit to the running back depth. But we got to make the video. I made out a short for you guys and put it out immediately as soon as I possibly could, got this video together. And that's why you subscribe to the channel. Whatever news happens, whether it's good, bad, all right, in the medium, a signing, whatever, we got you covered. Up-to-date Patriots news and rumors. That's why you subscribe to the channel. That's why you stick right here to Patriots Today. This is a tough blow for the offense and also the special teams. And mainly for the offense because it was looking like the Patriots were going to use Antonio Gibson more and more and more. Why? Well, because Ramondre Stevenson has a gigantic fumbling problem. He did have 2 touchdowns last night, but he still can't hold on to the football. Solid stats for Antonio. 25 carries, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. He only played about 16.6% of the snaps. As you can see, only 25 carries, but it was kind of writing on the wall that, hey, if Ramondre keeps fumbling, you're going to have to turn to your second string or third string, whatever you want to call Antonio Gibson behind Tayvon Henderson, but we still have yet to see him given the keys to Henderson. And the Patriots running game was already suffering as is. It has kind of been shadowed throughout this entire season how bad the Patriots running game is because Drake May has been spectacular, throwing for just about over 250 yards per game this season, 100 QB rating. But when you need to hand the ball off to someone, whether that's Ramondre, Henderson, or Gibson, it's not good. It is not good. And you can see this chart right here with the EPA per rush and team success. Top right corner is where you're supposed to be. And who's dead last in the NFL? The New England Patriots. And I don't want to say this is like going to be a major, major blow to this run game because he was only playing 16% of the snaps, but they needed somebody to be productive, and maybe that was Antonio Gibson. He's a speed demon. He's fast as hell. And you can see 95.2 yards per game, which is 27th in the NFL. And you're 3-2 on the season. So you have to get those numbers better. You have to be better. But for Gibson, it sucks. It really, really, really sucks. And I'm wishing the best for him. I hope he comes back healthy. You see in today's day and age, an ACL isn't the end of the world here. Stephon Diggs came back in less than a year, and he already looks amazing. But this just adds more and more problems to what the Patriots have at the running back position. Because you have Ramondre, who is an immense talent, but he can't hold on to the football. And then you have Tayvon Henderson, who has not really blossomed out yet because I don't think the Patriots trust him. You saw last night how good at pass blocking Ramondre Stevenson was, but you can't keep him on the field if he fumbles all the time. And each running back, now the 2 running backs, Antonio Gibson was averaging the most between these teams yards per carry. You could see the fumbles, 3 from Ramondre, and still you had 2 from Gibson. But in my opinion, you have one option here, one singular option. And that's just to give the keys to Tayvon Henderson. It is time. It is time to unleash the man. We've been waiting all this time. I know he's not that great at pass blocking. I know it. You see the PFF grades. It's like 8. And that's not good at all. But it's time to play him a bunch more, man, because you can see the talent that he has and how fast he is, how quick he is. And also, you see right there, 15 receptions. I'm not even looking at the carries. It is time to play Tayvon Henderson way more than you already do. I've just been waiting. And there was all memes all over Twitter because Mike Vrabel has just refused to play him. And I don't understand why. He trusts Ramondre. And I love Ramondre Stevenson. He had 2 touchdowns. He looked great, but it's rough. It is rough. And now, not only that, you lose probably your best kick returner. You had back there, you also had Antonio Gibson and Tayvon Henderson, and you had 2 speed demons. You saw during the Miami game where they kicked it off to Antonio Gibson every single time, and then what happened? He returned that kick return that won them the game. You missed that. He was 8th. 8th in the NFL, Antonio Gibson was at kick return yards or return yards per return, whatever you want to call it. 8th in the NFL. He was a great kick returner, and now you've missed that. And I saw last night, you can go back to the live stream and see my head explode and my eyes open up wide as hell when I look back there and I see Ramondre Stevenson returning a kick return. That can't happen. He can't hold on to the football, and what happens more than anything on kick returns? Fumbles. So now you have a problem at kick return. But hopefully it can be Henderson. I'm wishing the best for Antonio Gibson, man. It's a tough loss. It sucks for him. I was really hoping to have a good season with him. He was bouncing back. He's been a great addition to this Patriots team the last few years. So show him some love. Spam your 4s down in the chat. We got to show some love to him. I don't know why that says 0, but spam your 4s down in the chat right now. Coming up, I got 2 guys that could replace him. I'm not going to look at like specific free agents right now or even in the trade market because I think there's one in particular guy that could be on the trade block that the Patriots could look to get. But that's neither here nor there. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Follow other PrizePicks players directly on the app. Yes, this is a new feature on PrizePicks. You can copy their lineups in one click, whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on PrizePicks. And you might ask, how do you play, Alper? How do you play, Brett? Well, it takes 2 seconds, and you can do football. You can do postseason baseball. I do motorsports, and it takes less than 30 seconds. Just pick 2 or more players and their player projections, and then you can watch your money grow. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. There's 2 players that first came to my mind when I was looking at who the Patriots could replace Antonio Gibson. And it was 2 guys that have ties with the New England Patriots. And the first obvious one, I've talked about this on the channel before, and it was Terrell Jennings. I said after that game against the Steelers, you bench Ramondre. You make him inactive for the game, and you had that 52 spot because Jelani Tavai wasn't there. You bring up Terrell Jennings from the practice squad, play him. But he hasn't played much at all. And Terrell Jennings, yeah, he's a solid running back. He's a little quick, but do you really want to rely on him as your third stringer? I mean, there's not many guys out there. He does know the organization. He does know the system because he's been here the whole entire preseason. But even in the preseason, played 7 snaps. I went to go look and give his preseason stats for you guys, and there was none because he only saw the field 7 times, and that involves offense and special teams. So it's kind of like, well, he can just go out there and help this team, maybe just help be a body just in case Ramondre fumbles again or Tayvon Henderson. The main guy who I think is going to happen, because it happens every single time, and he was here last year, and it's JaMycal Hasty. Played for the Pats 2024. He was on the Pats during the preseason, during the training camp, and I know the Patriots like this. And you might say, well, Brett, this is a different regime. Well, he was on the team during the preseason. Mike Vrabel brought him back, and the preseason stats, they weren't bad. 22 carries, 77 yards, 3.5 average, and 2 receptions. he also played a couple snaps on the special teams. There's only one thing that I don't know if the Patriots want to go this route, but he's currently on the Dolphins practice squad. So you're going to have to sign him off the Dolphins practice squad, bring him back to New England. But I know that Elliott Wolf and Vrabel are probably making calls literally at this moment trying to figure out, because you cannot go with 2 running backs going into the game on Sunday against the Saints. You can't go into any game with just 2 running backs unless you want to consider Jack Westover your newest fullback running back. But for Hasty, he knows the organization. He's been here the last 2 years. He knows the system. He's played here. He would be comfortable in this spot, and I think he can also play special teams, so you could put him there instead of having Ramondre out there with a chance to fumble the ball. But there's also a possibility the Patriots could be in the trade market. Maybe I'll make a video about this in the future, but the Saints, they tweeted out, or someone tweeted out about the Saints, I think it was Diana Rossini, that they could be selling. And you know that running back that is currently on the Saints that the Patriots played this weekend, who is good at receiving passes. Good at receiving passes. Give me Kamara. Maybe I'll make a video about that. But I'm talking about Hasty right now, and I'll ask you guys before we get on out of here. Should the Pats sign JaMycal Hasty? Should they bring him back? Type S for sign or type P for pass down in the comment section. It's a big win. I'm still happy, but the vibes have definitely been killed a little bit, losing one of your best kick returners. It's sad, man. I'm wishing the best for Antonio Gibson. I know he was very upset because this team looks like it's going to be special. But that's going to do it for today's episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. If you want to keep the conversation going, my DMs are open on Twitter and on Instagram @TheRealAlper. And as always, let's go Pats.